Hello YouTube, I'm Tim Hayes and welcome to my unboxing video, and I'll be unboxing a package that I received in the mail yesterday from Vinegar Syndrome. So, I've got trusty scissors and letter opener handy. And I know what it is I ordered. I wonder if we're running out of this like film strip stickers. These are looking rather ancient. Look pretty worn. Oh shoot. Should have known that was gonna break. Okay. So, I had ordered the 4K Blu-ray combo pack of the Paul Naschy film The Werewolf versus the Vampire Woman. Blood flows like vintage wine. Yeah, that's okay to show. Can't see any. She covers herself. The Werewolf versus the Vampire Woman. So, infamous werewolf Valdemar Daninsky has been brought back from the dead after a mortician carelessly removes a silver bullet from his heart. Unable to stop himself from viciously killing anyone in his path, he begins to search for a sacred cross which can finally cure him of his monstrous affliction. Meanwhile, Genevieve and Elvira are scouring the French countryside for the final resting place of Countess von Desa, who, according to legend, was a vampire who thrived on the blood of young virgins in order to retain her beauty. So, something like a fictional version of Countess Elizabeth Bathory. One night they encounter Valdemar, who offers to aid them in their quest and leads the two women to von Desa's tomb. However, while in the process of opening it, a drop of blood falls onto her skeletal remains, thus reanimating and rejuvenating her desire for blood and revenge from beyond the grave. Now faced with an evil capable of even more brutality than his own, Valdemar realizes that he is the only hope in defeating Countess von Desa. the third released film in the Valdemar Daninsky saga, so uh, the Spanish Wolfman movie of Spain. Leon Klimovsky's The People Who Own the Dark, The Werewolf versus the Vampire Woman, also known as Werewolf's Shadow, is considered one of Paul Naschy's crowning achievements, and co-stars Gabby Fuchs, Mark of the Devil, Andres Restino, Holocaust 2: The Revenge, and Patty Shepard, My Dear Killer, brimming with gothic atmosphere, brutal violence, and an underpinning of eroticism. Vinegar Syndrome is delighted to present the world Ultra HD debut of The Werewolf versus the Vampire Woman, newly restored in 4K from its 35mm original camera negative, and including 3 different cuts of the film, its international export nude version, and it's nothing past an R rating. From what I remember, there's boobs and that's about it, and blood. Its clothed Spanish version and an integral nude Spanish version. Additional information and features: 4K Ultra HD disc contains the 87-minute international export nude version of The Werewolf versus the Vampire Woman, presented in Ultra HDR and HDR, newly restored from its 35mm original camera negative, with the following sound options: original Spanish language soundtrack with newly translated English subtitles, as well as its English dub soundtrack. Also included are 2 Blu-ray discs. Blu-ray disc 1 contains everything on the Ultra HD disc, plus the following special features: The Man Who Saw Frankenstein Cry, Paul Naschy, The Life and Legend of a Horror Icon, 80 minutes, a feature-length documentary from 2010 featuring Mick Garris, John Landis, Javier Botet, Joe Dante, Caroline Munro, Paul Naschy, and more, and a brand new video interview with Sergio Molina, the son of Paul Naschy, and the original theatrical trailer under the title Werewolf Shadow, and the original theatrical trailer under the title The Werewolf versus the Vampire Woman. 3 alternate title and end credit sequences, extensive still gallery featuring promotional images, archival articles, and behind-the-scenes photographs. Blu-ray Disc 2 contains the following alternate cuts of the feature film: Spanish clothed version, 94 minutes, with its original Spanish language soundtrack and optional English subtitles. Spanish nude version, integral version, 95 minutes, with its original Spanish language soundtrack and optional English subtitles. So there's just the one English dub on here. The actual US release of Werewolf versus the Vampire Woman sadly did not get included. I heard that the soundtrack for that version's been lost. It's 1971, 87 minutes, 94 minutes, 95 minutes, and 1.85 by 1 widescreen. It's the audio is mono, and then English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, regions A, B, and C for the Blu-rays, and 4K HDR Ultra HD Blu-ray, and Vinegar Syndrome gets this from, looks like they've licensed this from Multicom. 1970 Intent International Pictures slash Plot of Film, all rights reserved. This film was restored in the USA by Vinegar Syndrome artists, and then they just give the website for Vinegar Syndrome, but this artwork is not the US poster artwork, so I don't know. I'm hoping they didn't use... I really hate this artwork. I think this was used on the Spanish theatrical posters, but it makes it look too much like a Skinemax movie, which it isn't. It's R-rated, but you take out that little bit of R-rated stuff, it's a PG-rated movie. I'm wondering if this will have the actual US artwork on the other side of this. I don't know. I'm not counting on it, since they already have that on the slipcover. And one other thing I ordered is a little bit of a toy. It's the Viewmaster reel of Flesh for Frankenstein, also known as Andy Warhol's Frankenstein, and it's called Frankenstein 3D because it was released in 3D. And there's just this one Viewmaster reel that Vinegar Syndrome's made so far, but just to look at that, I had to buy a brand new Viewmaster, which Vinegar Syndrome made. And they made it black since this is not a kid's one. And that is it for... that's everything I got. So... yeah, I think I'm gonna take a look at this. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, this is a really neat little Viewmaster reel. It's all transparent and shiny. So... oh, shit. Yeah, I think I must have put this in backwards. Starting to rip at it. How do you get this sucker in? Yeah, this does not make any sense. Okay. See images in 3D. Yeah, these are a little bit gross. I think that is like a lung I'm looking at right now. Human lung. And female zombies putting together. She's naked. Ooh, that is gross. you don't... I don't see the male zombie. See Dr. Frankenstein after he gets killed. I see his female monster and him with his assistant. It's a little bit of a flat 3D, but it's not red and blue. Yeah, I hope they do make more of these, because I think this was more just to get this thing. They make this transparent so nice and bright and shiny. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's like 7 or 8 different stills from the movie, and I have that 3D. I have the 3D 4K and Blu-ray combo pack from Vinegar Syndrome, so don't know if you can see that says Frankenstein 3D. Yeah, that's... Frankenstein 3D. I think the original Viewmasters, the ones for kids, like when I was little, they had like a little sleeve that they would go in like this, but it would say Viewmaster on it. So let me do a whatchamacallit. I cannot think right now. A recap. My Vinegar Syndrome package. I got the 4K Ultra HD 4K Blu-ray combo pack of the Werewolf versus the Vampire Woman. And it came with this two-sided slipcover, for which I'm not too fond of. So I'm gonna put the sucker back in. And then I got Flesh for Frankenstein, also known as Frankenstein 3D, and Andy Warhol's Frankenstein Viewmaster Reel. And I had to buy a new little Viewmaster viewer from Vinegar Syndrome just to look at it. And aside from it being black and having Vinegar Syndrome little lady, silhouette lady logo and saying Image 3D, and 3D looks about the same as little kids' Viewmaster toys. So I'll have to hope that they make more of these little Viewmaster reels soon in the future. So I'm Tim. Thanks for watching my unboxing video, and keep an eye out for another update video coming soon. I've got more Blu-rays to show off.